Permadeath Extraordinaire. Where? My microphone isn't down. Welcome to Permadeath Extraordinaire, where I'm completely discombobulated today because I can't finish the RimWorld because they decided to update. Haven't updated since January. I start streaming, of course they update. Well, what do you know? Anyway, so I decided I guess this is a great time to try some Kerbal until they decide to update it again. Anyway, so just got done changing my settings there so that the stream would work a little better. Another thing, I'm down one monitor, so I'm going to have to check chat very intermittently. So if I don't respond immediately, don't take it personally. I just can't see crap unless I reduce the entire game, and so therefore I'm going to try and do that every few minutes to try and stay up with the chat, but I'm notoriously bad at chat. Probably lost a new viewer yesterday because I totally didn't mean to, but kind of blew them off when they were asking a few questions about the RimWorld stream. Well, that's what you get for being an unprofessional jackass. So, as an unprofessional jackass, I'm going to go ahead and play some Kerbal Space Program. I'm running a few mods, running Kerbal Interstellar, KSP Interstellar, I think it's called. I'm also running TAC Life Support. I am also running, what's it called? Final Frontier, I think it is, which basically just adds medals and accomplishments to the Kerbals. It's a fun little mod. Final Frontier, I think it's called. Can I look them up? No, that'll just take us out to the webpage. Hell with it. We'll figure it out as we go. Okay, so I did a couple of test flights just to make sure the mods are working and all that. So that's what that saved game is. And it is a cheating game, so let's just get rid of that. Delete. I didn't actually accomplish anything. I think I made one ship and it barely went to Minmus, and it was an overpowered POS. Anyway, so let's just start a new game. And in this case, we're going to call it Pigs in Space, as a homage to the original dysfunctional space crew featured in the original Muppet Show. We're going to make it a career mode. Let's see, let's go with something fun. I kind of like the Kerbal. That's a good default one. I also like the Canning Company. Let's see, what else do we got here? Winter Owl. Kind of like their symbol. Yeah, Sean's Cannery. I like doing Sean's Cannery. I like that Winter Owl, though. This is kind of more serious, and this is kind of more... This is more my speed. A cannery company that decides to do it. Okay, I'm going to change a few things here on the settings. Let's see, let's make sure that missing crews will not respawn. We'll have a few rules here. It's going to be kind of a permadeath run. I should fail miserably. So, no entry purchase required on research. Ooh, that one's tempting. That'll kind of slow down the game a little bit because we'll have to earn a lot more money. But it is also much more realistic, so we'll go with it. Advanced. Pressure limits, G-force limits, Kerbal G-force limits. Trying to go for, you know, some realism here. Editor settings, I don't think we really need that at the moment. Could hide unpurchased parts. Locate parts by mod. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know what any of this is. I kind of get an idea, but don't have to worry about it. I think I like that. Everything seems fine there. Patch manager, TAC life support is on, and all that I think is just basic stuff that we won't mess with, so we'll just leave that, and we shall start. Okay, so in Kerbal Career Mode, you have to manage your funds, you have to manage your publicity, and you have to get things accomplished. You're basically running a private space program, therefore you have to provide your own funding, usually through tourists, at least the last time I played. I haven't played this game in a long time. Uh-oh, my window size is bad. I can't see the bottom tabs. I know what they are, but I can't see them because my window's bad. Can I? No, there's no resizing it. Okay, I'll deal with it. Alright, let's have a look at the tracking station. Because I'm running KSP Interstellar, I'm also running... I think I'm running some kind of planet mod or something. Or I don't know if all these planets come with KSP Interstellar, but yeah, there's some different planets out here. And I don't think we'll have to worry about pretty much any of them because I'm abysmal at this game. So we'll see. We'll see how far we get. As it is, we're probably just gonna concentrate on exploring good old Kerbal for a while. I've played this game a few times as they've updated, so I have a pretty good grasp of how the tech trees work and how all that stuff works, so we should be good with that. Alright, so we have our 3 starting astronauts. We probably need to upgrade our buildings. Let's have a look at research. Do we have any tech points? No. So research isn't going to do us any good at this present juncture. We have money. We got 25,000. We're going to have to go get a job. Now, where do we do that again? If I remember correctly, we go to the admin building? No, this is where I set the campaigns. Research and development. Mission control. Alright. Well, let's do this mission. Give us a quick crew report before launching. We won't even have to get into the sky. 6,400 if we complete it. How much is this worth? 32. And all we have to do is launch. 1,000. I think we could probably do these two. Let's do that. And that. And I think we could accomplish both of those with one launch. If we're smart. I'm not smart, but I think maybe we'll luck into it. Okay. So we need a ship that can... Uh-oh. Okay, that's how it's going to be. Alright, well, we can still accomplish both tasks here. Let me have a look. What do we have? We have those. No couplings. No none. What's this? Yeah, maybe we can use that. Alright, well, first off, we need a command pod. 600, 600. This seems to be the better build, so let's do this. Same price, better build. That'll give us room for one Kerbal. One Kerbal? One Kerbal, that's the planet. So yeah, we'll have room for one planet. Okay, and then we will attach, of course, an engine to it. Now let's check that mission parameter again. Where are our missions? Messages. Contracts. Recover, transmit any science experiment from Kerbal to achieve the goal. Okay. I was hoping to do this like on the ground. These buttons being obscured is kind of a bummer. I don't exactly know what to do with that. I can't resize the window. Okay. Now, we're going to need parachute. Let's hope that they have given us such things. Oh, okay. That's a strange science experiment to have right out. I think that I would have a thermometer. Wonder if that parachute's big enough to support the weight for both of these. Guess we're going to have to find out. So, some of the permadeath rules. I'm going to give myself 3 test flights that I can revert. Meaning, no cost, no harm done, that kind of stuff. Then after that, I think I'm going to have to make my test flights actually count. because a lot of rockets need more than 3 test flights. These early rockets, of course, I'll be able to bank on 3 revertible test flights. But yeah, you get the point. And then other than that, everything else is permadeath. If a pilot dies, pilot dies. Ship crashes, ship crashes. Alright, got our staging in order. And I think we'll launch it. Am I calling this a test flight? No, I have faith we'll be okay. So I'm going to do this as a real flight. I should probably announce that before I go to the launch pad. But we should be able to get a crew report here. Crew report. Don't know if we can transmit it. Yeah, okay, we'll have to keep it. But we'll crew report. Crew report. Keep it. Good to go. Let's go. If I bring back, I need more science, so if I do an EVA, it'll count me as being above Kerbal. You know what, let's just do this one at a time and maybe get money for every time that we do an experiment. So we have fulfilled one of the contracts. Well, we will when we're done. For now, let's go ahead and launch this thing. Wow. It's hauling. That was kind of nice. There you go. We've launched our first spacecraft. And it is doing great. I just slap an antenna on this thing and take some science reports from each of the atmospheric levels. There's science to be found all over the place, basically. Here, I'm going to reduce this real quick, check the chat. So I've got a couple of viewers. Again, anybody that's watching, I really can't see chat, so I'll be checking it every few minutes, which means I'll probably forget to check it a lot. So pardon me if I don't immediately respond. Anyway, there's science all over the place here. Different biomes. Alright, now we're on our way down. Hopefully I won't get too much re-entry heat. We shouldn't fall that fast. There's another airfield out there, by the way. There are several airfields or launch points, I think, set around the planet now. If we look here, we can have a quick look. See, there's one here, one out here. I'm not sure how I relocate the rockets from one point to another. I wonder if I have to pay to upgrade those. Okay, yeah, no re-entry heat. We didn't go high enough to have to worry about that. Activate our chutes here. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Okay, this is a test flight. I'm already cheating. Okay. Not entirely certain what was going wrong there. I have a feeling we were going too fast for the parachute to pop out, or I got impatient and lost my nerve. Either way. Alright, this is test flight number 2. And I think maybe what we want to do is try and limit our altitude, which that's not really going to do that. Try and see if we can increase our air drag. That'll slow us down a little bit quicker. Wow. I'm going to have to research reaction wheel technology. Oh, the other mod that I'm running, by the way, is MechJet, because since I'm bad at the game, I need a little MechJet. And also it'll take some of the routine out of it, because I do know how to get into orbit. You know, I do know a lot of the basics and stuff. So MechJet should help to kind of trim up the time a little bit. and take a little bit of the routine out so I can focus on trying to get something accomplished. Okay. I believe it's in my best interest to pop this now so it begins providing drag. So we don't end up going 300 meters a second when we get to the lower altitude. If this test flight's successful, we'll do our real flight. Which looks like it might be successful. We can speed this up a little bit. The parachutes deploy at, what is it, like 800 feet, I think. So see, I may have just lost my nerve last run. I think that's what actually happened. I got a little scared. Okay, we're good. It was just warning me that when you do the physics warp, it can do weird things to your ships. The bigger the ship, the higher the chance it'll do weird stuff. And we'll stop it. I don't like to splash down on accelerated speed. Alright, all is well. I will be taking scientific readings from here, but as it is, we will recover the vessel. Oh crap. I think I just did an inadvertent cheat. I did. I was supposed to revert the flight and make it official. We'll go with it. We'll just go with it this time. Practice it. Okay. And we're done. So notice he gets these medals. This is from Final Frontier. Got a splashdown ribbon. First official landing on Kerbal. G-force of 8 Gs. Wow. That was on the acceleration. Altitude record. More than 100 meters a second. And a solid fuel. Yeah, there's a lot of little accomplishments the Final Frontier mod adds. I definitely like it. It's pretty neat. Okay, we also got ourselves 15 science. Yay. Now, did we accomplish our contracts? But we did it. Okay, fine. Maybe I have to be on Kerbal or something? Didn't like it. Alright, let's do this. We'll take this off. And we'll launch it. I'm going to count this as a real launch. Yeah, I have to announce it before I hit the pad. And once I'm there, I'm there. That'll be our rule. We'll see how it works. Okay, he's going to EVA, get out, let go, yay. Going to take a EVA report. Can't transmit it, so I'm going to keep it. Then I'm going to get back in the ship. And we're going to board it. And I'm going to recover the vessel. Next. 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 No ribbons. What a, he just kind of got out and walked around, so. Aha, thank you. Alright, having achieved that goal, now we've got some dollars. And let's go here and see what they've got here. Okay, I'm terrible at going to any particular place on the planet, so that these sector-based stuffs, I may have to wait until I have a little bit of MacJet. I could do it, but, oh, asking for trouble. They want us to test an engine. They'll give us 30K to test an engine. I think that might definitely be a good job to take. Test parachute for almost 30k. See, in these, they're almost not worth it. As long as I can keep doing these tests. Flee solid fuel booster at the launch site. That one's a little bit more advanced than what we can do, but it pays really nice. This one pays pretty good too. But I have to be careful of these altitudes. That's at the edge of orbit. 28,000, that's completely viable. We could probably reach that. 1 to 8,000, that's definitely doable. And on the pad. So we're going to take this one, and we're going to take this one. All right, splendid. So we got to test the Flea booster. I would love to do both of these at one time. So let's have a look at our contract obligations here. 1 to 8,000 and the launch site for the solid fuel booster. So as soon as we launch, we're basically good to go. Then if I pop this anywhere between 1 to 8,000 meters, we should be good. At pretty much 30 to 200, that's operational speed and operational height for this crappy little rocket right here. I'm going to do a test flight. So remember, I have to revert this one even if it's successful. I'm doing a test because we just want to make sure that everything I said is actually true. So they want us to test this, right? Right. Where's our contracts? Let's do this. Oh, look at all the money we got. Broken speed record. Broken speed record. 2,000 meters. 7,000 meters. Well, that's great. That's good stuff. Got the vessel launched. Got the money. Got the scientific data. Got the money. Good to go. Alright. This is a test flight to see if we can successfully pull our contracts off. I'm going to keep those active. Okay, so we succeed. If we fire off the booster, we win. Alright, and then if I fire this off, 30 to 200. Okay, so yeah. I'm going to take it to the lower end of the speed. So right around 50 meters a second is when I'm going to try to activate this thing. Getting ready. Anywhere between 50 to 80 will do. Because I'm worried about damaging the parachute. Uh-oh. We're too high. Okay. Alright, I have an idea on how to take care of that. Let's go test flight number 2. Okay, this one I'm gonna wait. Because it does make sense they want me to blow it off when we're on our way back in to test recovery speeds. I don't know what I'm thinking. A little too dumb for the Kerbal space program. But practice makes perfect, they say. Accelerate time a little bit. Yep, we're good. right around 9,000. I'll cut the speed down. And here we're losing our SAS 1,000 to 8,000. Speed is too much. We've got too much speed. Maybe. We're gaining speed now. No, we're breaking the parameters. It's too fast. Alright. That was my second test flight. The straight up, straight down method may not work. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Nothing. I'm trying to think. We might be able to... How much does a bad boy cost? 25? Let's set our parameters, by the way, here. Or our build modes. Not being able to see the bottom of the screen is really bumming me out. May have to change the resolution a little bit or something. You know what? Let me try that real fast. And I'll check chat while I'm here. Johnny Othan, what up? I have to check chat intermittently if you're still here because I can't see it. And not playing entirely on hard mode. It's kind of a customized... I set some parameters. So there are G-forces, that kind of stuff. But the reverting the flights and whatnot, that's because I'm terrible at the game. Otherwise I'd make no progress. It'd be the fastest permadeath ever. Okay. Deciding. There's a few ways that I could accomplish this, but maybe not with the stuff I've got right now. I could put 2 parachutes on it. I think these only go on the cones, though. They won't mount anywhere else. So, let's see if with our limited science we can do something with it. Okay, 19, huh? This takes 5, and it'll unlock a few engines for us. Some decouplers, a little bit of science, communication's always nice. So that'd be 10 to unlock those 2. But are those going to help me to... Well, this will let me control my speed, for sure, for testing the parachute. We're going to need this stuff anyway, so I'm going to go for it. And this... Alright. What do we need right this moment? I think I'm going to buy into this. Okay, and then over here we're going to buy into all of these. There we go. Check chat again. I think Johnny Othan abandoned us. That's what happens when you don't talk to the viewers. I'll have to get my second monitor up and running again. It's kind of being loaned out right now. Let's see now. That left us with 9 research. Is the next bracket going to be 10 or 20? 20. 18. 15. Gives us some science and some life support. Let's not plan too far ahead. Got to save the money and see if we can even accomplish this minor mission. Now we have to test the flea. That's part of the parameter, so we will have to see what we can do here. I'm just going to go a little crazy here, because again, not particularly great at this game. So, I tend to overbuild. Okay, that'll test the flea. I have a feeling this thing's going to be unstable. Save money, we'll use 3 fins. We might want to EVA, don't know why, but we might want to. I swear I just heard a cat in my room. Ain't supposed to be no cats in my room. What did I hear? What strange sound is this? Maybe we'll go investigate it here in a moment. Okay, so some fins to add a little bit of stability. We got our decouplers. So first would be the booster engine, then the lower coupler, then this engine, which we'll use hopefully for speed control, maybe. And then we've got our decoupler, and finally our parachute. I would like to preserve this stuff, but I'm not sure that this parachute can hold all that weight, even when the tanks are empty. We do get... This counts as a new ship, right? That'd be a way to exploit my own rules of being able to do test flights. I definitely think this counts as a new design. This almost counts as like an actual real ship, so we'll call it a real ship. Is it real or just a toy? Okay. Might as well save it. And let's see. Staging looks good. I'm going to treat this as a new ship. And turn that off for a moment. We may have to build some batteries in soon, which of course we have none. But let's do a test flight and see how it turns out. I think it's going to be a little top heavy, so I'm not going to try maneuvering it at all. I'm just going to try and go for a straight up and see how that turns out. And here we go. As for our manual thrust, we'll run it at about 3/4. Use that to drag us down a little bit. I should have left the contracts open so I know. Here we go. 1,000 to 8,000. 30 to 200. 1,000. I think I just screwed everything up. Why is my engine fired still? I'm trying to take the power off. Things have gone horribly wrong. Oh, that's why, because I totally blew both stages at one time. And none of them the stage that I wanted. Oh yeah, let's flip around like a madman. There we go. Well, I guess that was one way to get the test off. That was the most dysfunctional BS ever. I'm going to revert the flight. Okay, let's see if I can do that a little smarter this time. This is test flight number 2. Okay, so we want to get, I think we'll just... Okay, I think we'll just go with the flow. That's the plan. I'm going to make it up as I go. See if I can do it a little bit better than last time. Might as well ditch that. Get as much altitude out of this as we can. Bring our contracts up. Go up to about 3/4 speed, in case we need that. I should pull the parachute down here. Guess not. Ugh, stupid. Okay. Well, this was, again, a total mess. Way too much thrust. Just because I want to test its weight limits, I'm going to see if it can handle everything when we come back down. 1,000 to 8,000, 30 to 200. Who knows? Maybe we'll pull it off. I could almost do this just with the boost flea rocket. No way. I'm going to fall way too fast before we hit the 8,000 meter mark. I'll be going much faster than 200. I wonder if I can turn any of this into... I doubt it, but we'll try it. Yeah, no, this thing has no control. Yep, nope. Alright. We have one more test flight left. Okay. I said I almost could do it just with the flea, but the way it's built now. I'm going to pull this down here. We'll fire the flea, we'll eject the flea, we'll see if we get a chance to fire this off. If an opportunity presents itself, we'll take it. And then I want to see if it can support all the weight. It is a test flight after all. And last of the test flights, though. From here I'll have to pull it off. Either do it or fail. Could be expensive. I don't even know what the cost of this rocket is because I can't really see that number down there at the bottom. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. Almost not worth it. I'm still very disappointed that I can't finish the RimWorld. They updated. Broke mods. Okay, now. Do it. Yep, I think that's how it's going to be done. I'm going to go ahead and finish this test flight because I want to see if we survive landing with all the weight. Because the fuel tanks are full, the engine's on there, you know, the fins, all that. We'll see how strong this parachute is. Uh-oh. Hope I didn't blow anything up on the land. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was kind of scary. Aren't they supposed to unfold a little bit sooner than that? Ooh, 10 meters a second. I think that's going to be a little hard. Yeah. So it can't quite bear the weight of everything, but I bet if the tanks are empty, it can. Okay. That was my final test flight, so I gotta launch it for real this time. Okay. I still think I can pull it off just using the flea rocket. And it looks like we got another viewer here. Just so you know, new viewer, I have to check chat every couple of minutes because my second monitor is not available at the moment, so I gotta reduce the game, check all that. So if you say something, expect a few minutes delay. And where were we? Oh yeah, this is definitely overbuilt. Kind of works pretty good though, the way it is. I wonder if this will be of use in the future to us. I should just launch it, get our science reward. I'm going to do that because I know it works right now, so I'm not going to mess with it. Alright, real flight. Meaning no reverting it. So I don't want to screw it up, otherwise I'll lose all the money invested into this overbuilt rocket. I'm also going to try and use the thrusters to provide a little bit of landing safety. That's not what we wanted. We wanted that. There, fire. Go, go! Bring up the contracts so I know when we've reached our goal. We've reached our goal. Fire that. It's a little questionable. It's not really doing a lot here. But I will bring the engines online and use them to slow us down just a little bit in hopes of not blowing up the engine. Like I said, this thing is way overbuilt. But we got the task done. After this flight, I'll check the chat and probably take a quick little 5-minute break. I think it's before my usual hour, but I gotta check a couple of things over here on this side. Oh, here we go. Perfect. I'm not going to call that perfect. I'm going to call that pretty damn lucky, but we're good enough. Let's recover the vessel, get our reward. Pat ourselves on the back for totally probably overbuilding. I probably could have done that a lot cheaper and a lot easier. But hey, entertainment. Oh, we even got some science. Got some of the money back. No ribbons. I wanted to see how much this rocket's costing us, by the way. I wasn't really able to see it, but I can kind of mess with the window positioning, and I should be able to see the cost of it. I am curious. I am curious. Oh, I can see the cost of it the way it is, dummy. 3,000. We got, what was it, 2,500 back? Maybe a little more. So not bad, and we might be able to use this for other things. We'll find out. We did succeed at the mission, so let's go ahead and clear our contract log here. It is so hard to see. There. Okay, contracts are cleared. Announcements. Got some more speed records, looks like. This is the old stuff. I thought I got rid of that. Gone. Yeah, all this stuff came back. Quit it. Okay, we're doing okay on the money. Radial mounted drogue shoot, huh? Offering a lot of money. This one's still offering a lot of money too. Testing a swivel. 28,000 to 35,000. Pretty high speeds. So we could accomplish this probably with the one that we have on board. 41,000. We'd have to go pretty high. That's okay. We can always add more boosters. Things to think about. But yes, I'm going to take a 3 to 5 minute break. Maybe a little bit more than 5, but not much more. Can't really say how long it's going to be. Anyway, I will be right back. Stay tuned. This is Permadeath, and I'm back. I give apologies because I'm cooking soup, so I had to prepare that. So I do give sincere apologies for the amount of time I was AFK, and well, here we are. We're back. I've decided, because I lack skill, I'm going to try to aspire to science to make up for my lack of skill. So I think if we go here, we can do some kind of science thing. It takes 5% of funds, yields 1 science for every 12,000, 76,000 to get started. Adds funds minus science. I don't think we want that. Not enough rep. Takes 5% of rep, yields 1 science. 5% of money. How many strategies can we have? I think 1 right now, yeah. Ah, that could be useful. Wait a minute. That doesn't seem quite right. To the minimum, to the max. Okay. I don't know. We could get more money by sacrificing reputation. Okay, you know what? Let's not mess with this yet. What we should do is turn that off as well. Check the chat. Nobody's chatting. And that's okay because I'm running 1 monitor, so it's extremely difficult to actually see the chats. So I gotta check it every once in a while. To anybody who hasn't heard me already say that 3 times. And I'll probably say it a few more times before it's all over. Either way, we have no contracts presently. That was what I was supposed to be doing. I was just checking to see if we could, I was just checking to see if I could pull a little more science out of the deal, which we could at the cost of money. I could do that now. You know, I am tempted to do this. Let's see, if we take commitment up, what do we get? That's not an appreciable fund. That's not a really good... 1% yields 1 science for every 12,000. 876. One science for every 13,000, basically. It should be 2 science for like a $26,000 job. You know, I think that could add up over time. And I think the 1% commitment is good for now. So let's do that for the moment. It is expensive to set it up, that's for sure. I'll take it. Alright. We'll do some kind of job to make up the money. Okay. Focused observational surveys are... I'm just horrible at them. Okay, yeah, we're not losing that much money from investing into that science thing. This is what we really need to do, is these kind of jobs. This one's paying basically 29, about 30-ish. $31. That's big money right there. I want to try and do these easy ones here. 1 to 7,000, 10 to 170. And I mean, because the payoff's there, it's 24,000. So let's take that one. And I am tempted to take this one, because again, the payment's close to 30. And it doesn't require us to go to crazy heights. I'm almost thinking about taking this one as a kind of a longer term goal. 80,000, give or take. And 9 science. We get almost 13 science for doing this. And we'd have to go to orbit, meaning we could do these as well. I wonder how much it is to expand this complex. 75? That'll only leave us about 50,000. But then we could have 3 contracts. Well, then we could have 7 contracts active at one time. I'm gonna do it. It's a pretty heavy heavy decision, but okay, we can do this. We can get all the jobs. Why have one job when you can have all the jobs? Okay, so we can take this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now we're overloaded with jobs and have no science or technology to help us achieve those contracts. So we'll take the easiest to hardest. We can probably do the drogue shoot one pretty quick. We may have to start just taking science as we can get it. Alright, they wanted us to test the chute. This must be our chute. Yep. Okay. Alright, we're going to put those above this one. We're on triple build? Yes, we are. Okay. That'll work. And let's check our contract. That's the one we're doing. Can I close these? I can. Awesome. Just clean up the mess a little bit. Let's check the chats. Nobody chatting? So we're good to go. Alright, let's see. Radial mounted drogue chute. Fine. 1 to 7,000. 10 to 170. If we use this thing, we're going to way overdo that. So let's get rid of that. That wasn't exactly everything. I wanted to keep the engine, you know. There it is. Let's try a test flight. Wait a sec. That would have been tragic. Yeah, we'll just do a test flight. We will just do a test flight. Okay, now wait a sec here. Swivel. We need to test that anyway. At 28 to 35. You know, let's do these one at a time, one at a time. Okay, so this should be pretty straightforward. Test flight. I should start using the other pilot. I might bring in, I can't remember her name, but I should have the other pilot. Okay, guidance on. Let's go up to about, I think, quarter throttle will get us off the ground. Bring our contract up. 1 to 7,000. Eating fuel way too fast. To 7,000, 10 to 170. So we're gonna 8, 7. Beautiful. These drogue chutes might give us enough drag to where we can land safely with the engine without having to use thrust. We'll find out. Okay, this looks like it's a reasonably successful test flight. Let's go ahead and rush through it. 2. Now's a good time to blow our main chute. Go again. I gotta remember those deployed about, I'm just gonna say 2,500, so. And we're good. Little obelisk over there, we should probably go check that out one day. Probably very good for science. Speaking of science, I'm going to have to send a science expedition. But we'll do that here in a minute. It'll basically just be a ship set for science. Okay, we're actually not really getting that much lift. I think it's going to blow the engine. Yep. Alright, well, that was a test flight. Let's revert. Revert to launch. I think we can pull this off pretty easy, so we're going to do it. Real flight. Good to go. Go. Bring up our contract. Once we get to 1,000, we should be good. Pop the chutes. These will be great for probes and stuff. Okay, now I'm going to apply a little bit of counter thrust just to slow us down at the very end. Pop our other chute. Speed things along a little bit. 8. Okay, let me get a feel for. I want to balance out right around 5. I just barely tap it. There we go. One more. We get ready to cut engine when we touch down. Hopefully we won't hit an angle. Or if we do, it won't be a serious one. Beautiful. Okay, so we succeeded. We got our cash. Let's recover the vessel. Then I'm going to go to the astronaut complex and see who I do have available. No new ribbons. That's fine. Let's see what we got out of that. We didn't get any bonus science. We should have. It's per 12,000, wasn't it? Alright. We'll double check all that. Wonder if I can change reputation to science. That might be a good idea too. Okay, so got our money. Somewhat made up a little bit for the cost it took to get the contract expansion. Our next mission is to test the swivel, which we've already got mounted on here. We need to go up to a pretty high altitude. I'm going to leave those drogue. Oh, I can't. Since I'm done testing that, I don't believe I can use them anymore. Yeah, so I'm going to have to take those off. That's fine. I was actually going to try and leave them on there, but what can you do? And we're going to bring back our old design. We're going to put the booster back on there. Oh, this one. And I'm going to do a test flight just to see how high we can get, to see if we get high enough for this thing to be activated, or if we're going to have to throw the bigger booster on and see where we go from there. So let's go with, by the way, Bill Bob Valentina. That's who I want to take this mission for now. Get him out of there. Get her in there. I want him to kind of level up and do the accomplishments about the same time. It's good to have two experienced pilots. Let's see, we got an engineer and scientist, which we're going to try and use those ASAP. Alright, so let's do a test flight, and we're trying to see if we can get to the proper altitude with the little booster, because we pretty much know how this handles. Gauge the guidance, and let's bring up our contract. 390 to 530, so we gotta be going pretty damn fast. Let's see what happens. It's a test flight. 1 of 3. I think we're gonna need the bigger booster. Tell you the truth. Let's ditch that drag for a moment. Yeah. I think it's gonna take a little bit more oomph. Okay, so let's go. We're going to need almost 5 times the power that was given us. Wasn't there a coupler on here somewhere? Okay, why do I always take the whole engine? There we go. Okay, that's not going to do us any good. So, we could try... Whoops, I totally messed up. There we go. Go more fuel and just rely on this a little bit more, or we can get about 5 times the power. Let's try 5 times the power for test flight 2. Grab one of these, grab these, and put one of these on here like so, and then we're going to grab another one. Sorry, should have thought of that. This is a pretty half-ass way of getting this accomplished. Okay, do we have to be upside down? I'm going to try rotating them. 2 facings. Okay. Okay, that wasn't rotate like I thought it was. That's what I really wanted. What? I'm so confused now. Why does it do that? Okay, you know what? Screw you then. We'll just mount him straight on here. Now, this probably isn't going to work the way that I think it's going to work. I just went 5 times the power blatantly, but we also have 5 times the weight, so we'll see what happens. Test Flight 2. I'm a little nervous here, because I'm 2 flights in and I really don't have an actual design here. This is kind of a joke, haha. Oh, and I figured out how I could get the engines on those pylons, I think. Doesn't matter now. Okay, good luck. Make sure this is set right so it doesn't screw us. Okay. Bring up the contract just in case. This thing is going to go way too fast. Yep. And it's not even going to get to 10,000 meters. Total fail. Okay. Oof. Okay. Let's quit screwing around here. Let's go with a completely new design. Not because I want 3 more test flights, but because we're going to try to accomplish more than one thing at a time. So, we're going to have to get up to altitude to test this, and pretty good speed. We want to try to escape the atmosphere, 70,000 meters. This will come when we use the run test options, escape trajectory to Kerbal, we can pull that. This 60 to 63,000. And of course, orbit Kerbal. Alright, this is a multitask idea here that I have. Welcome to the show, viewer. I notice there's a viewer. I check the chats every once in a while because I have to reduce the game because I'm down to 1 monitor for the time being, only for a few days. Then I'll be back to 2 monitors and I'll be able to be more active with the community. Till then, if you type something, expect there will be a little bit of lag until I see it and respond to it. I'm also cooking a soup, so I may have to AFK every once in a while. Speaking of that, I'll probably be AFKing in about 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get this thing going, and it'll only be for a couple of minutes. I just gotta make sure it's not boiling over, that a cat hasn't gotten into it. Alright, we're gonna need... I think we're gonna need more science. Don't save. We may have to just do a quick little science-y thing. Yeah, the next bracket's 20, we have 16. Now, of course, whoops. Now, of course, we get science by doing missions, and we're supposed to get science by every 13,000 payoff. We're supposed to get some science. That didn't seem to work out so well last time. Okay, so we're back here. To do just a quick, dumb, science-y thing, we don't even need to launch. We just need to go down to here. Not there. Not there. Here. Grab this. We just need 1. I'm not even going to launch it. I'm just going to run the experiments and recover the vessel. And juice what little science I can out of that. Which reminds me, under science we should have... Oh, that was the next bracket up. That's right. That's pretty much all we got. Well, this will be an easy mission. Let's make sure it's Valentina that's on it. Just get her some experience, because Jeb already did kind of a non-launch mission earlier. This is purely for the science. I'm trying to push it up to 20 so that I can try to get the next bracket on the research chart. I'm close. Maybe I can squeeze a little bit of science out by observing the goo, which I figured a thermometer would come before goo does. 3 science, we will keep that. We will take a crew report. I doubt it'll be worth a lot, but we will keep it. We will have her EVA. Again, Jeb already kind of did this, but another EVA report can't hurt. Get it? Nothing. Fine. I could walk off the landing pad and do it and get some, but we'll be okay. Recover the vessel. Take the few little bits of science that we got. I don't think it's enough to push me to 20, but we'll see. We'll lose a little bit of money on the recovery, but we should be okay. I don't think it's going to hurt us. Aha, we're at 20 exactly. Perfect. No ribbons. Yeah, it didn't do a whole lot, so that's to be expected. What are our choices? Bigger fuel tanks, bigger boosters, bigger engines. That right there is I'd love that. This would be nice to have. Now, wait, we do have the thermometer, don't we? Yeah, I should have bought into that. Damn it. 2,500, we'll take it. Some antenna tech would be nice. There really isn't much difference between these two, is there? Just, I guess, mounting them. It's not much to buy into these. I'm going to grab this one first, because right now we only have top-mounted parachutes. Okay, next. What else do we got? Decouplers, nose cones, somewhat useful. This is life support stuff. We're not even to orbit yet, so I don't think we really have to worry about that. I think it's all about this. Bam. And we're going to buy the stuff. We're going to purchase. Come on now. Why? Okay, purchase into that. Purchase that. Purchase that. Okay, that changes everything for us now. Oh, I forgot. Let me check one more quick thing out here. Got to see how many parts we're limited to here. Where is it? I can't see my max size. Alright, well, we'll figure it out as we build. You can only launch so much out of these crappy facilities, and you can only build ships with so many parts in the crappy hangar that I have right now. Alright, being rude, drinking. Let's see. We could add this and pull some science from the launch pad. Real quick, I would like to do that just so that way I know that I've done all the science on the launch pad up to this point. We don't even need to EVA this time. We'll check the goo again because it might give us a different reading. I wonder if I get different science if I wait till nighttime. Do you think it's that immersive? One science. I'll take it. It's not quite one science, but close enough. Log temp. Keep it. Grab another crew report just because we can. Not worth anything. Keep it. And recover the vessel. That earned us basically nothing, but it's for my peace of mind, because now I know that I've used all the current science apparatus on the launch pad. Hey, we got 4. It's not so bad. Uh-oh, what'd you get? Completing at least a single mission as a pilot, so completed a mission. Good job. Okay, back to this. Enough procrastinating. I actually have to build a rocket. A whole new one. So let's ditch that. Grab this. Zoom out a little bit. And before I start building this, I really do need to go check that there soup, so I'm going to do that. So give me a few moments, I'll be back, probably 3 to 5 minutes at most. And until then, stay tuned. And all that other good stuff. I'm sorry, I'm a little clumsy on the dialogue today. When I get back, I'll do betters. Alright. This is Permadeath, and I'm kinda mostly half back. Soup's looking good. So I keep having to take breaks and kind of get away there for a minute. Stir that around, make sure it's not getting boiled or eaten by cats. Okay, so let's see, we're going to call this Overbuilt Money Sink 1. Overbuilt Money Sink 01-A-01A. Model. Alright. Of course, we'll give an arbitrary name to the next one. The next ship that we build, of course. Because that's the way it goes all the time. And give me one quick second here. And back to it. Alright. Let's bring up those contracts. Swivel engine at 28,000. So, let's go fuel tanks. Stack 2 of these together. Throw a swivel on there. Perfect. Coupler. And then we'll mount 28,000, huh? Very powerful. I think what we're going to want to do is something a little bit more like this. Okay. Yeah, this will work great. Sure. Okay, let's get even more stupid. Why did they always go upside down? I do not get that. And if I do that, they go to the inside of the strut. What is up with these struts? I don't get it. Is my whole ship upside down or something? Or they just don't work that way. A side coupler would be nice, but I don't think we're going to get that. We'd have to put them right on there. Not good. How far do we think these could get us if we just went like this? Okay, let's go with the decoupler. Decoupler. Bam. 1. And then we'll add 3 more to that one. And we'll add a new bracket and we'll put these 3 down in there. So these 3 will fire, then this one, then the coupler. It'll still be carrying a lot of weight, but hopefully we'll be at a high altitude. Where's the utility? Utility. Need that. I don't think we're going to be able to land with that much weight. I think we're going to have to decouple the whole thing. Oops, there we go. I'll get these symbols soon enough. Pretty much new in the game, you know. Okay, we definitely don't need those going off at the same time. We could probably use that engine for a while. Then we want everything land on the ground. And why are we doing this? To see if maybe this will get us up to the proper altitude? Do we want to use a test flight on this? Do we want more stability? Probably. That's not going to help a lot. Look at how tiny those are compared to the size of them. Well, hey, every little bit counts, right? We have no RCS. Yeah, we got nothing. Best we got is the RCS that comes with this thing. Reaction wheels, 5 torque. What cost are we up to? 7,000. I was hoping to keep it under 5. How much are these fuel tanks costing us? Not enough to make a difference. It's these big engines, I think they cost quite a bit. 850. Yeah, that's where our money is in these engines. I don't think I can save the engine. Just trying something dumb. Yeah, I didn't think of mount on those at all. Nope. Okay, these aren't as versatile as they used to be. Or I'm remembering how they worked completely wrong. Could be either one. You know what? Let's try a test flight. Let's make sure our proper pilot's in there. We want her to get more experience. Yeah, test flight. Unable to launch. It's too heavier. Too heavy. No heavier than 18 tons. Okay. Where is that? Food. No. 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 There we go. Let's keep that handy. Oh boy, it's way heavier than anything I can launch here. Too heavy for the landing pad. Let's save this. Let's go out and see if we can do something about that. I doubt it. It's probably going to cost more money than we can afford because we're kind of down on money right now. Well, we're not completely down on money. 50K. What's the next stage do for us? Sorry. There we go. 140 ton, 36 meter. 50K? Okay, we'll do it. That means we can launch this now. Which, again, is probably an overbuilt money sink. 7,000, and we're going to, every time it launches, it's going to ditch basically all of that value. Well, let's find out. Test flight. Now we can do a test flight. Hopefully it kept the right pilot. If not, no big deal. It's a test flight. Nobody's going to win anything from it. Alright. Guidance engaged. Just going to see how well this works. Go. Not as aggressive as I thought, but wow, it's definitely got a lot of fuel. Too bad I don't have radial decouplers. We might have to do a science expedition. Oh, it's going to get too hot. Way too hot. Way too fast. We're just wasting fuel right now. If it goes red, we're definitely wasting fuel. It's taking a lot of yaw torque to keep control. Okay, what we want to do is probably let it slow down just a little bit. Let's see if we still get lift. Yes, we do. Wonder if it steers. We're definitely above the altitude that we need to be to well, we're in orbit. There's so much torque to this thing. I have to do some pretty crazy stuff on the maneuvering, a little bit of rotation. Okay, this could probably get us into orbit. With a little bit of tweaking, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Here, for fun, let's make a maneuver node. Will it let us? I can't do maneuver planning? Oh no, that's bad news. That's really bad news. Okay. A little bit closer. Worst orbit ever. We could get in orbit though. I don't see any reason why we couldn't. Well, barely. Yeah, with a little bit more of a controlled ascent, I think we definitely could. Okay, let's revert the flight to assembly because this rocket isn't going to help us test that engine. It's too much, too much. Check chat. Nobody chatting. Which is good because I can't really respond and I feel bad when I don't catch the chat. Got a couple of viewers, but I can't see. Don't remember how to see who's actually watching. I don't remember how to do that on Twitch. Gonna have to relearn Twitch. It's been a while. Okay, meanwhile, what do we got going on here? This thing is definitely overbuilt. Too hard to steer. We'd have to increase its value, I think, quite a bit. How do I do fast zoom? That's as fast as it gets, huh? Alright, fair enough. Okay, what can we do with this? Let's bring our contracts back up. All that we can do, all this we can do. 60,000. 130 to 1940. We could probably test that with this pod as is. It looks like the only one that will fail on is this, because we get going way too fast. Well, maybe not. Not being able to do maneuver planning is going to hurt. I wonder how much that's going to cost. I think I do it here. Patched conics, I think that's what we need. 150,000. Oh, we're screwed. So mad, so mad. Okay. We're going to have to pull off some of these missions here. Getting into orbit. Is it possible with this thing? I don't think so. I really don't. It's just, it is so hard to steer when these three boosters are activated. I wonder if we cut them down to 2. how well that'd work. I would love to put another guided engine on the thing, but I don't know if that'll help us too much. The way I would do that is take these off for a moment, ditch this, put some more fuel on it. Three or four. Let's try 4 to begin with. And then we would go with a Reliant. Actually, we could try a swivel. Let me throw our boosters back on there. This is probably substantially heavier, so let's go back to the 3. We need them lower than the engine because they're going to have to bear the weight of this thing for a while. 8,000. Now we're starting to cut into our profits. Okay, so these 3 fire first, then this one fires. Then we ditch that, this one fires, ditch that, shoot. And this is, in theory, going to test the swivel at the proper altitude. This is theoretically going to be a multi-purpose rocket. It's going to try and achieve most of this. Which, timing that and getting the timing down will be extremely rough. Alright, let's make sure we got the right pilot. We do. What are these coat hangers for? I don't understand what the coat hangers for. What that symbol means or what it's used for. Don't know. Second test flight. Let's see how this goes. Having radial decouplers would be great. Haven't unlocked those yet. Things I used to take for granted. Nose cones, radial decouplers. Okay. Bring contracts up and see how many of these we can pull off. This one, I'm going to reduce it. $60, $20. This is going to be the earliest one at 28,000. That's still a little overpowered here. As in, it's just pulling so many G-forces. Or not G-forces, so much drag. A lot of drag. Now it's going red, great. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, totally screwed up. Crap. Staging, and we're on our 3rd test flight. I'll either have to scrap the design or actually try to fly it for real. Okay, that didn't seem to do a whole lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fire this at the same time as those, because I can always tone it back if I need to. Oh, that's right. Those actually stay on board until after everything's done. That was why we put a booster in the middle. Okay. Let's try another variation. Take this off. Ditch this. This is a silly design. Let's go with 4 boosters. Oh, but they're going to stay with us again. We need to get rid of these things. And I don't have radial decoupling technology, I don't think. Let's have a look. Yeah, save it. Counts as the same design. don't think I have them, but just in case. No. We need 15 or 15 science, I think, to get them. Nope, that's not what we're looking for at all. Are we sure we didn't get those? No. There they are. We could really use those. So we would need 20 science, I think it is? 18. Yeah, close enough, 20. We could go on a science mission, try and unlock them. Make our life a lot easier. But we'd have to get 20 science. I don't have batteries, so even if I put an antenna on, we can't broadcast any science back to Kerbal. However, we could take 3 goo modules with us. Let's not block the door with them in case we want to get out. There we go, and 3 thermometers. Like so. Then we got our decoupler, which will blow this whole thing off. I think we should go back to the prior design. Oh, the prior design has nothing. Cancel. Yeah, literally, since this is a science ship, let's just go back to the prior, the early design, where we have a swivel. Should be all we need. And then I do want to get some altitude, so we're going to go with this. Oh, we need coupler. Coupler. Bam. And 3 more? 2 more would probably do it. Because this is not going to generate us any money at all. Wait a minute, since this isn't going to earn us any money, let's cut the cost a lot. I just want to go straight up. That's stupid. Let's not do that. 1, 2, and try and get as high as I can, basically. This isn't cutting the cost, though. Really tempted to just go with some solids here and be done with it, but we won't have any control if we do that at all. But I still have to do stack decoupling, so I would like to be able to use thruster engines, but I also don't want to have to ditch everything because we have a shitty parachute. So that's a lot of money that we'd be throwing away. I think we're just going to go, again, I think straight up. Four of them. They're going to be attached. I'm going to try and fire these off in groups of 2. So what we'll do is we'll add a new area here. Now, how do I break these up? I think I can just take this one, right? And then one opposite of it. Take these 2 down here. Then these 2 will fire. This one will be the final one. Then we blow the stack and land. This almost counts as a new ship, but I'm not going to count it as one. So I have 1 test flight left. $10,000. This is our most expensive rocket yet. Let's see, if we do 4 of these, it's $500, give or take. Then the engine, So about 2,000 to build an engine stack. How much are these costing us? So they are cheaper, kinda. Man, this is a lot of money to blow. Okay, what if we did something ultra silly? Let's do something ultra silly. Now, we wouldn't need this coupler anymore if ultra silly works, so we'll ditch that, put it here, and then go like this. Now, of course, the engines are going to mount upside down. Watch. Oh, we want some fuel tanks first anyway. Let me guess. Backwards? No, they're actually going to mount? That's weird. Is that centered? That's centered-ish, right? Yeah, it looks like it. I think this is a dumb idea, but who knows, maybe it'll work. 12,000! Holy crap! Again, we're back up to way more expensive than we ever wanted to be. Okay. What if we took these off, got rid of these, and just went with 4 boosters? They're always upside down. Why is that? Really, that's how we have to make them work, huh? I have to flip them basically completely around and upside down and weird. 9,000? Okay. Yes, yes. I really gotta center this, so let's go like that. That should give us a pretty good perspective to see at least where they're centered a bit. Like that. Then we could do them in 2s. As in, do them in 2s. 1 and 2. Turn that one off. Grab these 2. They'll be the ones that started off. These will be the next ones. And then the reason we didn't have to blow the stacks because I was thinking now if this works we might be able to. Those look so. Are they off center or is it just my brain? It's probably my brain. And that's what I'm thinking right here. Oh, that's not good. We want this guy. No, just this one. Up here. Wait. Uh-oh, why is it so weird? How do I join these together? Is that even possible? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's get rid of that. Pretty easy. We launch it. We then try to recover the whole thing. Now, if this works, this might actually be a pretty good design. This is our 3rd test flight. This is all trying to make a science ship. After this test flight, I'm probably going to have to check my soup, so I'll have to take another like 5-minute break. Usually I only try and do that once an hour, but cooking. Alright, see if this works. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I just had the engines queued wrong. Am I giving myself a free test flight? Yes, I am. Okay, that was pretty stupid. Alright, I don't know how I pulled that off. And this one will go here, right? Like so. Okay, now in theory I have to count this as a real flight. Are we willing to take that risk? Why is there an extra engine in here? Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Okay. I'm going to count this as a real flight, and I'm going to try and get some science data as we go. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay. Actually, it's not working so bad so far. Okay, we can afford to drift a little bit here. Take some more data readings here once we get into the blue. Looking good. Keep that. Check our temp. Keep that. And we'll go to our third science pack over here. And hopefully we'll break into the next band. Which it looks like we did. So we'll check goo. Log that. Log temp. Keep that. And I'm going to try and get a crew report from the lower area down here as we're on our way back down. Which we are on our way back down. I don't know if these chutes are going to do what they need to do. I might pop them early, because I think their maximum torque, their maximum drag isn't that great. And we can use the drag that they provide to keep us at a reasonable speed. Uh-oh, they're frozen. Okay, well, we better hope. We might lose Valentina. I popped them a little too early. Hopefully they'll defrost soon. We definitely went a lot higher than I wanted to. Okay, getting a little drag. This will save us. We'll be okay. We should be able to pull this off. Oh, we might even land close to the Space Center. Alright, we're going to wait, get our crew report when we hit the lower band. I'm going to go ahead and speed up time a little bit, just for my sanity and for viewers' sake. And we'll go a little bit further. And here we'll grab our crew report. Keep the experiment. Run test. We're not at all anywhere we need to be to do any of our tests. This was just for science. Yeah, getting these jobs done. I'll have to figure that out. Alright, here we go. Hoping that these, if this works, I might be able to switch over to conventional fuel and thrusters. Oh yeah, we're coming in pretty slow. Meaning, we can risk more expensive rockets, knowing that we'll be able to recover some of it. Particularly the high-cost engines. Not so much worried about fuel tanks, but engines for sure. Aha! Alright, well, that was kind of a skin of teeth real flight. Kind of had my back against the wall because I used the previous 2 flights badly. But we pulled it off. Good job, Valentina. Got a little bit of our money back. 8,400. Gonna try and remember that. Nice. Oh, look at the science. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, I want to check that. 8,500 basically is what we got back. 8,400. Terrible memory. I just want to see how much the rocket costs. So we only lose 1,000 per flight. That's a pretty good little design right there. I'd like to test it with actual rockets. I don't think it'll get the same, levels of height, but we could do some pretty interesting stuff with it. 30 parts is all I can support, and it's going to cost a bunch to upgrade. We're going to have to do these jobs. Now, can this probe help us do jobs, or can this chassis help us? Maybe. I had an idea. But I'm going to have to manifest that idea when I get back. Because I gotta go check that soup, so I'm gonna have to take a couple of moments. I will be right back. Be sure and stay tuned, viewers. This is Permadeath and I'm back. Let's see, so what are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh yeah. That was a pretty successful mission, scientifically speaking. Of course we didn't make any money, lost a little bit, but $1,000 for a bunch of science, I'm in. Okay, how much is it going to cost to upgrade this building? Oh wow. Ooh. Get a lot from it. But wow, 400,000. Holy crap. Alright, let's go over here. And we have... oh, if we had one more science. I would like to have these radial decouplers. Those could definitely help us. All this stuff could help us. This stuff could definitely help us. But I think we're going to go with this one. Research it. Unlock these. Let's go ahead and buy into this. And this. I got to be a little bit careful with the money here. 15. We could afford it. What's the next bracket, by the way? Oh, 40s. Makes sense. 15. We don't... well, we could... I don't understand how these work or how you grab stuff out of them or any of that. So, let's see. These parachutes would be nice to have. Heat shields, barometer for more science, radiators. This is pretty useful. Let's go ahead and research it. How much money we got? Right now our rockets are costing us about 10,000, so let's buy this. And this. These heat shields would be nice, the bigger one would be nice. Because that matches the size of our rockets. And I think for now I'd better chill out on the whole buying of stuff. Yeah, I think we better calm down. Calm down. Head out. Okay, back to getting these things done. Alright, testing the swivel. Testing that swivel engine. That's the next big goal. We're going to need a new design, I think. I kind of like this design, though. I'm going to save this, maybe come back to it. Or maybe not. I wonder how far we can get. We didn't unlock any better fuel tanks, did we? No, not really, huh? No big deal. We can start getting some scientific data from around Kerbal, and we can add the barometer to our list of things that we can research. We could get a barometer reading off of the launch pad real fast. But no, we need some money, so we're going to have to finish these jobs. 28 to 35,000. So what if we just throw a couple of these? Well, how high did we get with this thing? I wish I could remember. We got up pretty high. We got up into the... yeah, we definitely got to 28,000. So let's test if we can just slap an engine on here. Actually, let's go with them. Save some money. Just throw a swivel on there. Wonder if this thing will balance. You think it'll balance? Because I don't have the support crane yet. Now, let's check out parachutes. We might be able to save a little bit of money here. Oh, and if we're going to add science, let's Let's put some barometers on this thing. Where can we squeeze them? I know. We'll just move this a little bit off to the side. Then we'll grab this here, put it right there, and we're good to go. Now we got 3 barometers. We don't actually need 3 barometers and goos and all that anymore. We really don't. So I think I'm just going to ditch all these packages. And to save money, oops, we'll install 1 of each. Let's see, let's put them opposite of each other. Maybe balance out the drag a little bit. Don't cover up the company logo. There we go. Alright. This still kind of counts as the same rocket in a lot of ways because I haven't made any major modifications. 28,390. Well, let's... I can't do test flight. See, that's the problem unless I change out the chassis. My permadeath rules are messing with me. Check the chats while I'm procrastinating. Looks like just a couple of viewers. Never get no love from the public. Alright. It's a tragic, tragic thing. I think this might work, but we'd be sacrificing a lot of money if it doesn't work. I could try to land us in a nearby biome and get the science readings, I guess. So it wouldn't be a complete loss, but we'd be losing out basically $8,000 if we don't pull off a job. How high do we have to be for this? 60,000. Almost triple the height of this. Okay, well... Let's try it. I'm curious to see if it balances. It actually balances. That's pretty wild. Okay, let's turn on the SAS, and I'm either trying for a new biome to land in or trying to get contracts done. So let's launch it. Oh god. This counts as a real flight. I have to resume it. Ooh, this is not good. Might lose a pilot right here. Yep. Oh no. Well, our first casualty. I so badly want to cheat. Oh god. Valentina, no. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cheat. Just once. I don't want to lose a Kerbal so early on. And especially not one of the prime main ones. I just cheating. I'm cheating. Let's see if my atrocity is witnessed. It is. Oh well. Okay, for some reason I can't seem to get this staging right, so let's figure out what's going on here. Need to put all 4 of them back into the same area. Then choose that one and that one, and put them over here. How did I not save it? See, that's the big question. There was a way you could group these, but I guess not. Okay, fine. I feel bad for cheating, but there's no way I'm going to lose somebody that early. I should have just changed rocket chassis. Alright. Let's make sure we got these right. Yes, okay. Had to cheat early on in. That's alright. I'd like to get past the early game. I actually contemplated doing early game off screen and then coming in a little bit later in the campaign. But then figured to do it from the beginning. And let's try not to have to cheat again. Let's just try and get these right. Okay. Okay. Go. Bring up the contracts. This is the one we're shooting for. 28,000 to 35,000. 390 to 530. So we're going to have to be going reasonably fast, but not super fast. And we'll need to keep this engine handy. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to where we need to be. 28,000 is pretty high up. Yeah, not even close, buddy. Oh, these are real flights. So I should have tried for the different biome. Well, we're still going to try for the different biome. By using our main engine. To push us out over the ocean a little bit. And I'm not even going to worry about getting any further height because we're just not going to get there. Yeah. Well, that was a stupid thing, but that's okay. The SAS it's having such a hard time keeping it stable. I wasn't having this hard of a time keeping it stable. Quit it. Yeah, it just wants to do that. Alright, fine. Don't care. As long as we land in the water, we're okay. We'll get a little science out of the whole deal. I mean, it's an expensive science trip at 8,000 some odd for the rocket, but at least we don't lose everything. Might be time for a new design. Just so I can get some more test flights out of it. Isn't that how they do it in real life? Come up with a new design, sell it, test it. Don't work, sell a new design, test it. Okay, either way, let's see if we can keep this thing a little bit more stable. The SAS is not handling this so great. Okay, let's speed it along and hope we don't flip. Even if we do flip, I think we'll be fine, but just in case. And then we come down, splash down, we'll get a little bit of science for it, and then may have to abandon this particular chassis for a while. Or see if I can come up with something clever to retrofit it with. Let's think about doing manual engine, or engines all around. Okay, do we get crew report? Kerbin's water. We'll keep that. Sweet. We will take the goo. See if it's in the water. Keep experiment. Log the temp. Keep the data. And log that. Keep the data. Okay, now I wonder if we can pull off like an EVA. If we just turn this to the side, maybe. It's pretty floaty. Might be hard to climb back into the vessel. Let's try an EVA. We'll go here and see what we can get for EVA report. I think it's going to say that I'm above Kerbal. Oh no, it's water. Alright, we'll keep it. Board. Recover the vessel. I did get everything done, right? Yes. Well, like I said, maybe we got like 20 signs or so from it. We already had 4 signs, I think, so maybe we'll have somewhere close to 30 or mid-20s. Maybe. And maybe, yeah, mid-20s. And lost about $2,000. Not a big deal. We can take that hit almost. 50 or more science. She's rocking on the science. Okay. Time for a new rocket, I think. The 2, so this would be the O2B O2A. It doesn't matter, it's arbitrary. I'm just making it up. Alright. Now, we've got a few more toys that we can play with here, so this should help us to expand our horizons. I still need to test that damn swivel engine at an extremely high altitude. I think we're going to have to do that. This job is getting in our way. Because it's a little trickier to do than I thought. Because I stink badly. Okay. We need to get it up to the proper altitude before we can like try to test it. So that's the first step. With our new couplers, we should be able to do something kind of along the lines of this. It's so expensive to use these though. And then we would go with these. Something like that. $9,000, comparable to the last vessel. However, we haven't added any bells or whistles, like, you know, science. Parachutes. We really only need this one. Actually, no we don't. We'll take 2 of these. Because these are heavier duty. Fully deployed 4120. Yes, they're almost double the size. Just right off. So that should help us to save a little bit. And then I think if I go to structural, yeah, I've got these 200 each. Now what I would want to do is run these again. Find that one. That one, that one. Pull these 2 down here. Double check so we don't get flipping again. Yeah. The couplers would come off 2 at a time, so we're going to need one here, one here. Find the right couplers, of course. Yeah. Then these 2 would come off. then this would fire, then this would come off, then this would fire. And I don't know if this is gonna get this job done or not. I've already did this job. And take the hit. Okay, let's see if we're right here. So, these two fire, these two discouple, those fire, decouple, sorry, those two decouple, that one fires, falls off, that one, and then finally our parachutes. And we're at $10,000. I don't even think the job pays us that much. Now, if we were to attach science, that's going to cost us even more. We would want to do one of each, like so. We're going to switch our pilot. Yeah, Jeb's who we want for these next couple of missions. Trying to keep these two kind of at the same advancement level. Let's save this as the OBMS2. And let's bring this further down because it kind of bugs me sticking out there. Like so. Resave it. This is all to try and test this damn swivel. $13,000. Most of it's going to be ditched, as in once the final coupler goes off. Let's see how much money we lose. Oh, that's almost half the cost right there. Wish I could put parachutes on these. I don't know if that counts or not. Okay, time for a test flight, methinks. To see if it even comes close to where it needs to be. 28,000. It's up in the middle atmosphere. I'm going to guess around here somewhere. Alright, guidance on, and launch. Ooh, 2 boosters, barely enough to lift it. It's alright. Getting some momentum. This is a test flight. Let's go ahead and bring up our contract, see if we get even close to where we need to be. 28 to 35, it only gives us about 4,000, and we have to be very specific on the speed too. All said and done, this contract kind of stinks. It looked easier than it is. Now these are undersized ejectors, so they still worked fine. Perfect. Uh-oh. Guess those aren't getting recovered. Well, maybe one of them. Looks like it might hit the Space Center. Could be bad. Uh-oh. Looks like SAS is losing control because we lost those tail fins. It's alright. Come on. Keep it in control. You can do it. You can do it. We're good. This rocket's not so bad, I guess. It's come back under control as it loses mass. Ooh, nasty. 25, 6, 7, 28. Speed's no good though. We could throw this engine in here. $28 to $35, no good, and we're going way too fast. So, kinda, but not really. 390, huh? I'm just curious. We're going to try this. I'm just going to decouple this engine since it's a test flight. We can afford that. And we'll see if maybe we can cheat this. As in, we're going to be falling pretty fast here in a little bit. Wow, we are really going up. We're going to be falling way too fast. That's the problem. Oops. Don't need to see those. Yeah, we went way too high. Way too fast. Way too high. Way too fast. Well, we can almost get into orbit, though. So that's kind of a good thing. Okay. Keep this handy just in case. Yeah, no, not at all. We totally just came rocking out of the sky, top speed. Okay, so that was useless. Way too high and way too fast. So what if we cut off a couple of these? Just made it a 3 rocket system. 2 initially and then the 3rd. Did those center? No, they did. What do you know? So these 2 would go, then they would blow off, then this would go, and then it would come off, and then our engine. Second test flight. If this doesn't work, well, then I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll either do a 3rd test flight with a slightly different configuration, or I'll just trash the entire chassis and try something radically different. Because I don't think this is adequate to get us into orbit. I definitely don't think it can get us into orbit. So I'd have to change it out for a new design anyway. If we're planning on doing the other jobs. Okay, we'll keep our engine handy in case we do get a chance to run the test. 2835, 390 to 530. Uh-oh. I maybe should have thrown some fins on this thing. Because we could get a lot more altitude if we could just go straight up. But at this point, this is my 2nd test flight? Yeah. So we get 1 more, or is this the 3rd? I can't remember. Oh god. Well, so that happened. Hell with it. Maybe we'll make it. Our speed's good. Cut the speed a little bit. We might actually pull this off. This isn't a real flight, but we can do it. We could do it with this chassis. Alright, let's do it. Reverting to vehicle assembly. And we're going to do something here. Those rockets being perpendicular to the cockpit kind of bother me. So let's move these. 2 of them. Look straight on here. Try and get them a little bit right here. Hopefully they're all kind of the same height, looks like it. And to save money, we're going to do science apparatus for now. I know we could land in a different biome than one we're used to, but we'll try to concentrate our science runs. And hopefully try to get some science from some various jobs maybe as we go. And that's good, and that's good, and that's good, and that's all good. Okay. Let's hope this works. Let's hope it works like it did last time. Because if we can do this, we got it. I'm almost thinking about adding the tail fins too. Would that help us any is the question. Let's leave well enough alone. And this is a real flight, because I don't think I have any test flights left. I can't remember if I do or not. Let's see. Oh, viewers, hello. Johnny Othan. Welcome back, by the way. Steel Swinger, welcome to the show. I can't see the chat, so you gotta wait a few minutes before I can see it. So be patient. I'm not ignoring. My second monitor I got loaned out to a buddy right now. Anyway, so let's see. What do we got? Steel Swingers says hello. Hello back at you. Johnny Othan says, just so you know, the parts testing contracts are randomly generated and never ending. Okay, if you follow the progression contracts offered by the world's first agency, then you get more interesting stuff offered. Okay, so I can always use the parts missions basically to Does I lose my train of thought? Sorry. So I understand. I can continually use the part contracts. And then, I kind of want to see what you talk about. So let's pop out of here real quick. Yeah, I'm completely incompetent at the game. But that's okay. It should make for some entertaining explosions and mishaps as I get people stranded in orbit, etc. Okay, world's first. So these are garbage right now. Doesn't look like I'm getting offered any of the main missions. Probably because I've already got some. Like this one. There they are. Gotcha. Okay, so these, I get it. And the part missions are permanent. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I just have to be a little bit more choosy on which contracts I accept because I'm terrible at the game. When I get MechJeb, I'll get much more confident. Okay, we do know this design works kind of in a dysfunctional kind of way. So I'm going to try doing it again. Hopefully it'll work the same. This would count as a real flight. After this flight, I have to go check my stew. That'll be a perfect time for me to check chat. So if you want to throw something my way, now would be a perfect time because I'll be reading it here in just a minute. And in 3 to 5 minutes or so, I just got to check something I'm cooking while I'm streaming. Okay, go. Bring up our contracts. I should remember my missions a little bit more accurately so I can remember what happened when and where. Alright. I think I know what I'm doing with this one. Oh well. That's what happened last time. I remember there was some kind of glitch. But now I remember what it was. Okay, we're going plenty fast. 530. Okay, we're good. I'll try and keep it somewhere around 500. Actually, we might get it right here. Got it. Yay for us. I could escape the atmosphere, maybe. 70,000? Oh, no, I don't think that would be a good idea. We'll burn up on re-entry. Because I ain't got no heat shields. Okay, we pulled it off, so let's go ahead and get ourselves back home. Oh, whoa, Jeb. Blame Jebediah for my mistake, eh? Maybe I shouldn't have accelerated that much downward. Oh well, we'll be alright. Just counteract it if I gotta. I have enough fuel that I should be able to slow myself down if I have to. It'd be terrible to pull off this contract and then screw it up at the very end. At least I remember to put parachutes on. There we go. Seem to be descending kind of nicely. Let's go a little bit. I don't think I'll have to worry about heat or deceleration or any of that. We should be fine. We'll be fine. Getting a little low, but that's alright. Alright. I think this is pretty much a safe mission. I forgot where these parachutes deploy. Is it 800? We'll find out. Yep. Beautiful. 6. What's the max impact tolerance of these? Can't remember. We'll assume around 5, and I'll just try and slow myself down a little bit when we touch down. Just trying to save that money. We can go a little bit further. Splendid. Alright, recover the vessel. I'm going to have to check my contracts, because I am supposed to be getting 1 science for every 13,000. Well, oh, that's right, it's stealing 1% of the funds, so I'd have to make 130,000 to get a science point. I did the math bad when I accepted that contract. Bad math, bad math. Oh well, I'm role-playing a Kerbal. What'd we get? 5 or more contracts. Awarded for a collision while in a vessel. And 20% of ship's mass made up of boosters. Very nice. Good job, Jeb. Alright. Now I need to go check my cooking. It'll be a couple of minutes. I have to actually do something with it rather than check it. But it won't take very long. A couple of minutes. So, be sure and stay tuned, and let me check the chats before I go anywhere. Johnny Othan's been talking to us, and we got Dunbaratu, who has also joined us. New viewers, I can't see because I don't have a second monitor. Twitch app on the phone, that's not a bad idea. So Johnny Othan, what do we got? Non-progression contracts are useful to earn money if you need it. Once you've been out to space and orbit, then you get the tourists. Yeah, I do remember getting tourist contracts. Shortly after they brought out finances, I played the game a little bit, but not that much. And Dunbaratu adds that small phone sucks for watching your stream, but reading chat, it's all good. That's it's not a bad idea. Johnny Othan also points out that's a good idea. And you can get Twitch chat in-game if you use KSP IRC mod. Very nice. I appreciate the input on those. However, I think I'll just wait till I get my second monitor back. It's a couple of days. Got it loaned to a buddy. If it's any longer than that, then yes. but I will just remember to check the chat every once in a while. I think that would be a good practice for me to get into the practice of. In any event, this is Permadeath. I'm going to go stir around some soup here for a minute, so give me like 3 to 5, maybe a little bit more than 5 minutes, and I will be right back and we'll carry on with this misadventure in space. Let's look at something interesting while I'm away. Looking at the space, you know. Not the most exciting thing to look at. Of course, neither is this, but it'll show us all the planets we're not going to get to because I suck at this game. Either way, for really real, I'll be right back. Stay tuned. This is permadeath. That was a lot more work than I thought, so I ended up gone a lot longer than I wanted to be. Let's see what we got here. Johnny Othan and Dunbaratu are still talking about... Am I pronouncing that right? I bet I am. That one I might actually be getting right. In any event, so still talking about Twitch chat. Any IRC programs, so yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Like I said, if I don't get my monitor back in a few days, I'll change over. And then Johnny Othan, Planet Pack, yes it is. I can't remember if it's part of Kerbal Interstellar. Hold on. It's not part of Kerbal Interstellar. It's another mod. I just can't remember what the hell it's called at the moment. I'll look it up and I'll get that information back to you. So yes, we have some slightly different planets and a lot of different moons and stuff. So it should be fun to explore this if I can ever get past early game. Alright. I never get past early game in these games. Permadeath is a terrible way to play video games, by the way. Just saying. From personal experience, I know the opening game of opening end of a lot of games. Mid and end game, well, not so much, but we'll just keep trying to get there because permadeath is, if nothing else, a bit exciting. Because, well, if I hadn't cheated earlier, I totally cheated earlier. Nobody was here to see it. Ha ha ha. Well, a couple of viewers were here to see it. Don't tell on me. Anyway, I totally cheated because I didn't want to lose Valentina, and I totally made a stupid error, an error that just was. Just beyond stupid. You know, staging. Those of you who played the game, you know, staging. Yeah. So, what are we doing now? We want to get into orbit. That's our next big thing. We also want to get some money. So we're going to follow the advice of... I forget names. We're going to follow the advice of Johnny Othan. And we're going to... push ourselves to where we start getting the tourist missions, because I remember that those can be pretty profitable, especially if you build a couple of... Last time I played this, I was building some pretty interesting little tourist ships, so I could take like 3 and 4 at a time. And generally, they just kind of want to get into orbit, if I remember correctly. Not until later in the game do they probably want to start going to the moon and crap, but we'll just juggle that when the time comes. So, at the present time, this will be tested on escape trajectory. On an escape trajectory out of Kerbal. Did I misread that? That's like an escape trajectory, like to get out of Kerbal orbit? Or to get into Kerbal? I guess we'll find out. This decoupler is going to bug me. I think I might just tack a decoupler on somewhere so we can test it. They want us to be pretty high to test it. The speeds are in the right zone. The altitude is a little extreme. 60 to 63. But we're going for orbit anyway. You know, some of these parts jobs, I'm kind of regretting that I took them. I think they might be holding me back. You know what? How much money we got? Not a lot. Not enough to be like ditching jobs. So let's see. I could, in theory, just put that decoupler on the nose of the cone of the command module and just blow it off when we get to about 60,000. Just go straight up, straight down kind of thing, maybe. 60,000 is real close to edge of atmosphere. I'm not sure this rocket can even make it that far. Maybe it's time for a new design so we can get some free test flights out of it, huh? Because otherwise I'm just going to start blowing money away as I try these different launches, trying to do these dumb jobs using this particular rocket. But I'm still tempted to use this particular rocket to do these jobs because... But I like the idea of getting 3 more test flights. Since we're procrastinating, let's check the chat. I wish I could remember what planet pack it is that I used. It's one of the more popular ones. And I like to try and promote the mods because mods are great. I love them. It's like free DLC. Nobody chatted, so I wasn't able to procrastinate. Let me think here silently for a moment. I think I'm gonna try putting the... I think I'm just gonna try half-assing it. So we're gonna go with that coupler. That's the one they want us to test, right? Let's find out. Yeah, TD12 at 60,000. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm not even sure we can get to 60,000 with this particular probe, but we'll try it. Okay, we're going to want that before, probably after that, before that. So we're going to want that there and this here. Something like that. Let's test it. Well, this isn't a test. This would be an actual live launch. That's where I was getting around to if I want to cheat my way into 3 more test flights. We'd be losing $7,000 if this isn't a success. We got 94,000 presently. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. And can I survive a drop from that high? I really wish I could remember how high this damn thing went. I really don't want to waste $10,000 if I don't have to. We of course could try and scrounge some science out of the whole endeavor, but then that adds its own problems. Actually, it doesn't add any problems. 10,000, huh? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We'll throw some science on this thing. And that way it won't be a complete loss of time and money. It'll just be a partial loss of time and money. Well, actually, it'll be a complete loss of money. But maybe we can get some scientific evidence out, or scientific research out of it if we land in a new biome, which is what we'll try. Let's save this. And let's try and launch it. Jebediah should be our pilot today, which he is, and let's go for it. I probably should have put some fins on the thing, because it does like to tip. And right now we just need straight altitude. Oof. And it kind of bounced a little bit right there. I'm not entirely certain I'm happy with that. Well, here we go. I really don't think this thing's going to get as high as we want it to get, and if it does get that high, it might be very dangerous coming back down. We'll find out. Oh, it's already starting to list. Should have gotten those tail fins. Ooh, it's starting to list a little bit harder than I want it to. Uh-oh, it's all going wrong. Ooh, not good, not good. Oh yeah, and this thing explodes. I should have gone with a whole new design. Yeah, probably should have gone with a whole new design there. We're screwed. We're going to lose money and land in the water, which we've already done scientific research on. What do you think the odds are we can blow ourselves back towards land there? Let's do it as soon as it. Go. We're just going to try and land ourselves in some random biome. We'll go ahead and take manual control here. It's not helping. Everything's gone wrong. Okay. Ditch that thing. Hope it doesn't hit anything important. Slow ourselves down a little bit. Try and bring Jeb in for at least a safe landing somewhere. Looks like we're still going to hit the water. Maybe. I can blast us. No, not that extreme. Oh, we're so in big trouble now. I don't have enough RCS power to do anything about this. Oh, wow, that was... Well, at least we're going to survive the experience, so... And we might get some science from this biome here. That was the worst flight ever. Actually, not really. I'm alive. But terrible, terrible. Oh, and drinking. Okay, let's slow ourselves down a little bit here. Try and catch ourselves intact if we can. Save as much money as we can off this horrible disaster. Now, we want an EVA report, so I'm going to go ahead and tip this thing, if I can. Doesn't look like it wants to tip over. That's a little weird. We could use some thrust to tip us over. There we go. Don't you break. Okay. And make it so we can get back in. Log our temperature. Keep that. Log the pressure data. Keep that. Check our mystery goo. Got that. Crew report. Where is that? There it is. Keep that. And then we'll do an EVA. Now, does this count as above or on the ground? Report from the grasslands. Keep it. Can't take soil samples yet, so we'll just go ahead and hop back in and call it a successful mission, of which it was not at all. But press releases being such as they are, what can you do? Hey, we actually hit some pretty nice science there. Got about half our money back on recovered parts. I guess that's okay. Jeff got a science ribbon and went more than 10 kilometers from the Space Center, so no major accomplishments, but there you go. Let's check the chat. Nothing new. And to be 100% honest, right now might be a great time to close up between flights. Once again failed in the contract. If I ditch out of that contract, how much is it going to cost? $12,000. I don't think that's a good idea. We'll keep that one handy. Meanwhile, do we have anything that we want here? Haul a heat shield into flight. That's got a pretty decent payoff. Test a decoupler while just sitting on Kerbal. It's a $5,000 job. It's almost worth it, almost not worth it. This one's pretty expensive. They want us to be going pretty damn fast. hauling the heat shield up and testing one are two entirely different things. Still want you going pretty damn fast. And for 5,000, it's almost not even worth the time to fire it up. And we get a science point for it. Okay, we're gonna do this real fast. Let me make sure there's no hidden claws in here. Okay, all I gotta do is activate the part through staging when I'm landed. So we'll take that little $5,000 job and it should be easy to accomplish. And then we'll close up the stream for the day. Because we just get rid of this. Oops, that was silly. Now, since we're here. And we get rid of that. We go down to couplers. I said for 4,000, it's almost not worth it. Attach it, launch. Oh wait, let's not actually launch. We want that coupler to be the first thing that goes off. Oh, I do not know why it bounces like that, but I'm not happy with it. And then all we have to do, in theory, and we win. Ta-da! That was the easiest thing ever. Now, of course, we're probably going to lose a little money on recovering the vessel. We made 5,000, so it'll probably break even. But every little bit counts. And I figured before I closed it up, I'd do one more mission. And there it is. No ribbons. Succeeded the contract. And we are earning a little bit of money by, going higher and faster. So that always helps. Yep, did that one. And did that one. We're good to go. Alright, well at this point, I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Save our game. And we'll just call this a backup because it saves automatically when we go. Alright, and with that said, I'm just going to close it up as I do every other time by saying that until next time, this is Permadeath Extraordinaire, loving y'all.